August 4th, regular meeting of the Harnett County Board of Commissioners. At this time, I will call the meeting to order and ask Commissioner Barb McCoy to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Father, once again we come before you just saying thank you. Thank you for another day, and thank you for all your mercy, your grace, and all your blessings. And when I say blessings, please, Lord, touch the lives of those children and the people over in the Middle East that are starving. Now, God, we ask you to give us the knowledge and the wisdom to go move forward in this county and make a decision that would be beneficial to the citizens of this county as well as to the county as a whole. Thank you. Amen. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay, at this time, I'll consider any additions and deletions to the published agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda is presented.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve the published agenda. Is there any discussion on that? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries unanimously, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Chairman, if I had the privilege, I would just like to make a public announcement.
Yes, ma'am, you may have that.
I would like to announce that I went to the Bun Level Fire Department community gathering on Saturday. And I got to say, it was a huge success. People from everywhere came to it. They had water slides, a lot of food, and a lot of good fellowship. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I really was contemplating not going, but God spoke to me and said, get on out of here. And I had a wonderful time. I was really amazed at how they had it organized. And I just want to give them the pleasure of reporting that. It was great. And also, I was out there too, in Shoptown too, Saturday. The mobile unit, health mobile unit and all, and Boys and Girls Club, they put on a good show for the community too. And that's what it takes. If you're doing something, do it for the community and the people in the community. So I want to say thanks to both events. They were great.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, do I hear a motion for the consent agenda?
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
A motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carries unanimously as well, Madam Clerk. Okay, at this time we will have a presentation of a proclamation for Child Support Awareness Month. Mr. Jaggers, if you would do the honors, sir.
Anyone here from there?
Oh, yeah.
Come on up.
Proclamation Child Support Awareness Month, August 2025. Whereas Child Support Awareness Month celebrates the key role that parental, emotional, and financial support play in the well-being of our most precious resource, our children, helping them to become healthy, productive, and well-adjusted adults. And whereas the Harnett County Child Support Services provides important services enabling parents to be a positive influence in the lives of their children while ensuring children have the opportunity to reach their potential. And whereas the Harnett Child Support Professionals are steadfastly committed to improving the quality of lives of more than 20,000 children and families through timely, accurate, and responsive child support services by collecting $9.7 million in child support last year alone that is funneled back into our community. And whereas these crucial payments not only fulfill a legal responsibility, but they also reduce the need for public assistance to provide everyday necessities such as food, clothing, shelter, and medical care. And whereas increasing public awareness of the importance of this issue through education, outreach, and media attention will reinforce the position that all parents must take responsibility for the financial, emotional, and physical support of their children And now therefore be it proclaimed that the Harnett County Board of Commissioners does hereby proclaim August 2025, as Child Support Awareness Month in Harnett County in support of the state of North Carolina designating August as Child Support Awareness Month. Adopted this 4th day of August 2025. Harnett County Board of Commissioners, Matthew Nickel, Chairman, William Morris, Vice Chair, Brooks Matthews, Barbara McCoy, and Katie Jaggers. Thank you all again.
Congratulations.
Appreciate y'all.
Ben. Oops.
Okay, at this time, I'll open the floor for the public comment period. The period will consist of 1 hour, 5 minutes for each presentation. I only have 2 signed up today. First is Mr. Hunter Winstead, and I understand you have a presentation to go along as well, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, members of the commission. It's great to see you all again. I hope everyone's having a great summer. Again, my name is Hunter Winstead from Morningstar Law Group. I represent the applicant in the sole rezoning case before the board today, and that's Blissful Properties and Realty. I'd like to introduce the board to the team. Since we last spoke in June, we added a very valuable member to the team. Mr. Ron Ramanujam, here to my right, is the manager of Blissful Realty. Dan Pabst is our site engineer. And the gentleman we added, Mr. Matt Peach, is our transportation engineer. And you've got me, your friendly land use attorney. I will try to answer any questions from the board. General questions, more technical questions, I'll be happy to direct to Mr. Peach and Mr. Pabst. And I know we've got 5 minutes, so I'll try to speak as fast as I can. Just a refresher on the general request here, we're requesting to rezone from RA 40 to commercial. I think some helpful context to the site, there's a self-storage facility just to the north of the site across Pine Grove Rawls Road, and there's a memory care center kind of diagonal to the northeast. What I think is a helpful story that this site, this overlay shows, which is the current rezoning, as you see coming down the corridor of 401, these red sites are ones that have been zoned for commercial. And so you already see the story being told that the people of Harnett County want to see these commercial sites along this corridor 401, just from the current rezoning map. Now, the really helpful map here is the very recently enacted, just in April of this year, the future land use map. You'll notice the orange portion here, which is the future land use designation of commercial mixed use. Some helpful excerpts from the comp plan here. What is the Harnett County Horizons 2040? I know the members of the board know, so I won't read it. But the part that I want to highlight here is the engagement process. The extensive work that the planning department did here to engage the citizens when coming up with this future land use map, again, recently enacted just in April of this year, just to show that this truly is an expression of the will of the people, the residents of Harnett County. They want to see commercial sites by this future land use designation in this pretty small geographic area designated specifically for commercial mixed use. A short designation of what that entails. They're located along major roads like 401, medium to large scale retail services, restaurants, offices, and other businesses. So why is rezoning appropriate? There's really 2 main reasons. The first is rezoning here is reasonable. Second is in the public interest. A few helpful quotes from the newly enacted comp plan, and really there's 3 reasons for why this request is reasonable. First, it meets a need. Direct quote, a need for commercial development and business growth in key locations to encourage a balanced tax base. One of the most effective ways to keep property taxes for residents low is to have more commercial properties generating those commercial taxes. Second, it's a gateway investment. This is from Strategy 4C. The idea is to encourage investment on potential commercial corridors that will serve as gateways into the county. And just off of the overlay here in the background, you'll see Wake County is to the north. So this really is one of the first sites that introduces folks traveling south on 401 to Harnett County. And then third and finally, as I just mentioned, our request is squarely consistent with the future land use plan. I don't think I've ever seen a case that's as squarely consistent as this case is with a very newly minted future land use map. Second, the second reason being it's in the public interest. One, it's a convenient service for all. The type of commercial site, very small, a lot of constraints on the site. There'll probably be a really small retail convenience store idea is what our client is thinking here. One that can serve both the residents nearby and the folks traveling down 401 and Pine and Grove Rawls Road. And then second, as I mentioned, this request explicitly follows the will of the people as expressed in the newly minted comp plan. As I mentioned, the site is very constrained. If you'll see here, just to the bottom part of the slide, 75 feet is the depth of the property down at the southern portion. And I think it's also helpful to know we received a lot of helpful feedback from the residents back in June. And I think the main concern was the safety of where the entrance on the site is going to be and the impact on the intersection. And I think it's helpful to note that question really isn't a rezoning question. The rezoning question is just what use is going to be allowed at the site. Is it going to be only residential use? Is it going to be commercial use? The question about entrance onto 401 is really a site plan question that comes later in the process. And what I think this is a quote from a court case from the Court of Appeals that I think is helpful. It essentially just says local governments or the state cannot prohibit a private property owner from having an entrance onto a public road. That just means, yes, that 5 minutes passed really quickly.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Great to see you all again. Happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
What, this land that you wanted to be rezoned, is it there just before you get to the intersection around Church Road?
That's right.
That's not far from where that railroad track comes.
I'm sorry. I couldn't quite hear the
It's right
question,
here.
Commissioner McCoy.
But I was looking for the railroad track there, but he has shown me. And you say you want to build, this is gonna be commercial land to build commercial products on?
That's right. The only request before the board today is just to rezone to commercial to allow commercial use. There's no specific building that's before the board today. It's just to allow commercial use.
If we do that, we're allowing commercial built there.
That's right.
Okay, thank you. That's all I gotta say.
Thank you.
Yeah, the questions or comments from the. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to our
Thank you
next
again.
speaker. Thank you, sir. Mr. Alan Longman, good morning, sir.
Morning. My name is Alan Longman. I'm at 234 Hamilton Road in Bond Level. The reason why I want to talk today mainly is a couple of things. One of them is that I went and checked my water, found out that my water is absolutely horrible, that you have 20 major failures in the water supply for the city water. That is dangerously above what is acceptable to people's health. You have 5 times the cadmium, which attacks the brain. And these are adult dosages that they talk about being over. Children are much less, more than half less. So the water here is very dangerous, and you should not be reliant on, you should be supplying healthy water no matter what as a responsibility to the government. And we should not have people come in and force a business to open up by putting stuff in your home to make the water safe. This is really bad against women and children because it's going to affect their life. Right now, they're doing studies finding cancer and effects on the brain's IQ because of cadmium and other elements that's inside your water. You need to do something about it. You can't rely on businesses to expand and put their systems in, which have their own problems historically. Mold is one of them, fungus is another. So you need to change it at the government level, what you're doing with your water, make it a priority. Children are getting affected. You said how much you want to help children. What good is it going to be if they're going to be sick? And they're going to be sick. It's that high, way more than expected. And you're the third worst county, I believe, in the state, as far as your water supply. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the country of China is changing their school systems so that they can teach the children how to survive in a new world and not the old world in which you're teaching them. The world you teach them for now will not exist in 5 to 10 years. They will not be ready for anything survival-wise or benefit-wise to society, well, by what you're teaching them. So what you have to do is you have to teach them how to use and plan to use ideas on how to use the systems they have now in which they can actually participate in the world. China has made the move, other nations are making the move because they know it's going to be a very bad time. In 10 years, there'll be no work. We're seeing that now, all right? And we need to do something about that at the educational level. The education is a field of study and should be a profession. Should not be made by politics. It should be making the best of your children's capability as humanly possible. That is not how the system works, and surely not how it's enforced. It needs to change, otherwise you will pay for that benefit in a very short period of time. You'll have problems you never thought of. Third, I see that you're trying to put money back into the, and I'm for treatment of drug addiction, particularly. What I don't understand is why we're forced to use the Sheriff's Department, which gave us the DARE program, which was an awful, horrible failure, to be in charge of this. They have a history of being wrong on how they implement things, and we need outside professionals to be running it and not dependent on the Sheriff's Department. The other reason why you don't want to be dependent on the Sheriff's Department is because you got 100 counties with jail systems. And in those jail systems, there's no way of checking or seeing if these people that go into jail are in fact getting drugs through the jail system. I know for a fact by people I talk to, it is common. And if the law enforcement's making a profit on their jail system, then you have to take them out of the equation. We need to investigate this so that, what's the sense of treating them if they're going to go back on drugs because you're giving them drugs while they're in there? This is also true with prisons, and know firsthand that it's internal and set up as an organization within our prison system, and nobody wants to deal with it. If you want to do the drug problem, do it for real. Stop guessing that law enforcement is going to be able to handle the problem. They have no idea what they're doing, and the statistics show that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, this time I'll close the floor for public comment period. We'll move on to item number 7. Discuss and consider a proposed zoning change, Plan 25050001. Now, this has been previously tabled at our June 16th meeting, so I'll entertain a motion to take this off the table.
I would make a motion to take it off the table.
A motion and a second to take previously tabled proposed zoning change, Plan 25050001 off the table. Is there any further discussion?
I'd make a motion to.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? This motion is brought back forward for reconsidering. Ms. Sarah Arbor, if you would like to speak on this, you may go ahead.
Right, thank you, Chairman and members of the board. So again, this was tabled at the June 16th, 2025 public hearing until more information could be provided about the timeline of the improvements at the intersection of Piney Grove Rolfs Road and US 401 North. Since we have provided that information in a memorandum to the commissioners, so I am here this morning to answer any questions, if there are any remaining, or if it's a pleasure of the board, represent the case. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion to approve the zoning request.
Motion to approve the rezoning request. Second. A motion and a second to approve the proposed zoning change. Is there any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? One no. 4-1, motion passes, Madam Clerk. All right, thank you very much. Okay, this time, County Mayor's Report, Mr. Trout.
Thank you, Chairman. First thing I want to do is mention that if you are interested in our water quality, you can go to our website. There is a tab under HRW where we post our water quality report. It shows all of the data related to the quality of our water and the standards that are set by EPA that we must follow. And at this point, we're not in violation of any of those issues, and we have good, clean water and have had for many, many years.
Amen.
So I do need a motion to approve budget amendments.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Motion and a second to approve budget amendments as requested by the Finance Officer. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carries unanimously, Madam Clerk.
So the next item, item D, is an item related to our voting delegate for our county. At this point, as far as I know, only the commissioner that's going is Commissioner Matthews. He stated that we would need to leave prior to the business meeting, so I'm requesting that the Board of Commissioners appoint me as a voting delegate for our county at that meeting so that we can be represented.
I'm going also.
Oh, you are? Oh,
Yes, sir.
I did not know that.
But you can be the voting delegate, though.
Yeah, so I only did this in order, I apologize, I did not know that. So you're welcome to be, any of the commissioners are first on the list as far as being the voting delegate at the business meeting. I was only going to do it in order to fill in for us. So we don't have to make this decision tonight. Depending on what, the business meeting is roughly around 2:30 on Saturday. So,
You probably need to be that one then,
okay.
more than
Not
likely.
necessarily, I've been to several of them. I just want to make a statement. I've been to several of these before, the last couple of years, to every one of them. This year, I'm preparing to go on my vacation, that's why.
Understand.
Amen.
We don't get to pick when they hold the conference. So it sounds like it'll still be okay for me to be the voting delegate.
Absolutely.
basically.
I have
Is
no
that the
problem.
pleasure of the board?
Yes.
I agree to it.
I'll entertain that in the form of a motion as well.
Motion to let him be the voting member at the meeting.
You need a second for that? Second.
I have a motion and a second to select County Manager Brent Trout for the County Commissioners Annual Conference voting delegate. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed?
Thank you.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. It was a hard campaign. Next item I have is mention that we provided the mid-year report. This mid-year report is full of a lot of information about what each of our departments have done only halfway through the year. So if you ever have any questions about what our focus areas are for some of our departments and our accomplishments, we've had a very good half year so far and more to follow. So any questions on any of the information that you see there, please let us know or contact the department director. I'm sure they'd be happy to give you additional information. Last item I have, Chairman, is I need a motion to authorize the chairman to sign contract amendments exceeding the manager's signature threshold.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
A motion and a second to authorize the chairman to sign contract amendments exceeding the manager's signature threshold. Is there any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Carries unanimously as well, Madam Clerk.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Do I hear any new business?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to review the public comment, cut it back to 3 minutes, 30 minutes. Mr. Longman got up there and talked a while ago for 5 minutes. I don't have a clue what he said, what he was babbling on about.
So what are you asking? I'm sorry. What are you asking? What are you asking?
Did you cut it back to 3 minutes?
3 minutes? Say that I disagree with that, because, many times these people come up here and we should give them the privilege, but when they come to this meeting, they talk and talk and talk, and a lot of times we bashing the commissioners and all of that kind of stuff. So, 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Do you need that in a motion?
I have a motion currently on the floor.
Yeah, I'll put it in the form of a motion.
Oh, I'll second the motion then.
I have a motion and a second to revise the public comment period from 1 hour total to 30 minutes, and from 5 minutes for each presentation to 3 minutes. Is there any further discussion?
Mr. Chair, I think if we have an issue that is a big issue, we can always allow more to happen, but the standard procedure would be to move it back. That's my personal opinion. I think anytime you got a hot issue you need to talk about it, I'm sure we can talk about it. So, I'm ready to go ahead.
Any further discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? We'll make that change. Okay. Is there any other new business to come before the board? Do I have a need for a closed session?
Yes, sir. I move the board go into closed session for the following purposes: consultation with and instructions to county staff concerning position be taken by the county in negotiating the proposed contract for the acquisition of real property. Motions made in pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143-318-11A5.
Chair will second. Any further discussion? All those in favor to move to closed session, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We'll move to closed session. motion in closed session to reconvene in open. I will
Motion to
call
close
the
the
meeting
meeting.
back to order. A motion, a second to adjourn. We are adjourned. Can you get the